Let's do it.
Okay. Awesome. Yep. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pocket Show. Today is July 31st, 2016. This is episode number 5. Crocs and Hot Pockets is a show where we talk about life, streaming, gaming, and everything in between. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go around the room and give all the guests a chance to introduce themselves so you guys know who and what is going on. But before we do that, we're going to go over just a couple quick notes so you guys know what you can do during the show to have some fun. So the very first thing, of course, chat participation is a huge part of the show. Not only do you guys have the chat to shoot the shit back and forth while we're live, but there's actually 2 commands that you can use during the show to do different things. So the first one is ! question, which if you have a question after that command, it will submit a question to the bot, which I have yet to open. Bot is open and ready to go. And then in addition to that, later on in the show, we are going to be asking you guys a question, and you guys will have the ability to answer. So if you hit ! answer, followed by your answer, you'll be able to answer that, and we'll read off some of the answers in chat. Other than that, Crocs and Hot Pockets is officially a podcast, so it is available on iTunes. So audio versions of the show are always available the following day, usually around the afternoon, depending on how fast the upload is. In addition to that, if you guys want to help support the show and submit news articles for us to discuss every other week, you guys can join the Discord or type in ! Discord into chat, and you will be presented with the link to join the Discord. So we're going to take this time to go around the room and get to know everybody. So, SaltySam, we're going to start with you. Who are you, and where can we find you online?
Hey guys, I'm SaltySam. I am on gsngaming.com on the forums and the Discord. I'm also at the SaltySam on Twitter and Twitch, and then Snapchat Salty all day. Oh, and that's about it.
All right, awesome, Mr. SpeedDemon.
Hi, I'm SpeedDemon. You can usually find me on the GSN forums and Discord, and at SpeedDemon2533 on Twitter.
Awesome. MrFortyTwo?
What's up, guys? MrFortyTwo. I'm on Twitter at MrFortyTwoTV and MrFortyTwo on Instagram and Snapchat, and on the GSN forums, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. BBR?
What's up, guys? I'm BadBadRobot. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the BadBadRobot. I stream on Twitch, or try to stream on Twitch 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome, and as you guys know, my name is Naaackers. You can find me streaming on this channel 3 times a week, and you can find me on Twitter and Snapchat at Naaackers, Naaackers. One final thing, guys, I will post the command in chat for a link to the going live tweet. If you guys want to help support the show, give that a like and maybe a retweet. It is greatly appreciated. So first thing, before we move on to the main meat of the show, what the fuck are you guys drinking? SaltySam, we're starting with you.
Someone go first.
Motherfucker.
Same thing I was drinking last week. Flying Dog, The Truth, Imperial IPA. Just gonna drink one.
Say that now.
No, I will not get up from this chair. Like, since the first time I was on GSN Weekly with you guys, I just can't do it because I drank like 4 beers and got up like 6 times. And I just
there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay.
We're not gonna judge
never
you.
know.
Now there's not because there's not a green screen up behind me. But before, when I had the green screen up behind me, I was like fucking army crawling underneath my green screen to get out, and then I'd knock the shit over when I came back. So, plus this thing's like 9%.
So okay, so that's like 2 beers, which is normally what I put down in the show.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, what about you, Speed? Do I even need to ask you?
Sweet.
And it's literally the same fucking cup every week, too.
That's my cup. This was like an $80 cup. I wash it and I use it every day.
Is it stainless steel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it probably keeps his sweet tea cold all damn day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I can leave it in the car and there will still be ice in it with like 100-degree weather.
Wow.
You know what?
Is it a Yeti?
Yeah, it's a Yeti.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I have this guy, my hydro flask. I filled it up with lukewarm water, and I put this entire thing into the fridge. For a day, it was still lukewarm inside. That doesn't make sense to me. I know it keeps heat out, But how does it keep cold out too when the entire thing is engulfed in cold? I drank it and I was mad. I'm like, what? You're doing your job, but why? I want to be cold. I don't understand that. I mean, I guess that's its job, is to keep the external temperatures out. But I figured after 24 hours, it would be cold. And it wasn't.
Put hot coffee in your refrigerator for 24 hours and it would be hot.
I should actually try that. I'm going to try that.
Because you drink, well, I know you recently have gotten into iced coffee because it's hot as hell in the summer, but that would be a good test for science.
I just bought a new coffee machine too, so it's that much easier to make coffee now that I don't have to French press it every single time. All right, cool. MrFortyTwo, what about you?
I've got Granville Island Lager. It's from Canada, actually.
Ooh.
It's actually pretty tasty.
Yummy. All right, BBR.
Hello.
My wife's making some smart ass comments to me. I am drinking some more grapefruit shandy. This is probably the second to last one. I've been drinking them nice and slow, but I've had 2 today. So
So it's
a little giggly.
It's party time.
Yes.
All right.
Plus,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say right before this, I had a large chocolate milkshake from Five Guys. So
Oh my God,
feeling pretty good.
Ever since I went to Five Guys the last time and I asked you about milkshakes, I've been obsessed with milkshakes. Unfortunately, the Five Guys closest to my work doesn't do milkshakes. They just
they don't do them everywhere.
But Checkers.
I've never heard of milkshakes there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like, you know how like Jimmy John's, there's like corporate owned and then there's franchise owned. I wonder if like corporate ones always have milkshakes, but maybe the franchise owned ones don't.
I assumed they were just testing the market for like if people would, because that's the only Five Guys I've been to that actually has milkshake. So
okay,
I was thinking it was a test and maybe they're doing a slow rollout across like different stores. It's such a good idea because like that's why you go to maybe Coney Island or Johnny Rockets or something. You get a burger, French fries, and a milkshake.
Yeah.
You know? So it just makes sense, even though it's probably awful, absolutely awful for my health.
Yeah,
but it's so good.
I'm getting man boobies now ever since I've been drinking milkshakes.
Yeah.
But I went to Checkers. Has amazing milkshakes. Like, I had it one time, and then the next time I got one, they forgot to mix the milkshake. So my first sip was all chocolate syrup, like all concentrate. No, it made me gag, and I like all I had next to me was an empty cardboard box, and I like took a big sip. I'm like, this doesn't taste like milkshake, and I spit it into the box, and it was just solid black, just like syrup that just came out. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Am I an alien? Fuck. But
no one has ever like gotten like chocolate straight from the Hershey's bottle.
It doesn't taste like that. It's like it's super concentrated. Yeah, it's super bitter. And I was burping because I like swallowed half of the milkshake gulp before spitting it out. So like I kept burping and it was just like fake chocolate aroma in my head.
Oh, geez.
Awful.
It's like you just tore up a bunch of Nico wafers.
Yeah. But the following day I went to Potbelly's and got a chocolate milkshake from them, and I'm okay now. I'm okay with milkshakes again. I was almost led astray by Checkers. But anyways, aside from milkshake, I am drinking. I got an Atwater Brewery sampler, and I already went through all my vanilla Java porters already. So Dirty Blonde is what I'm drinking tonight.
That's not bad.
Cool. Let's move on to what we've been doing. This is assuming that we all have lives, which amazingly, for being nerds, we all do stuff outside of our office. No, robot shaking its head. No. Awesome. Well, Salty, what you been up to lately?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything as far as not gaming. I've been working a lot, and it's been with the heat. I know you guys have had upwards of 100 degrees, 90s and stuff. And it's like that here too, except for it's like 80% humidity every day. So 12 hours where that feels like air conditioning compared to the inside of my work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like, it sucks. So by the time I get home, I just don't feel like doing shit. So
I understand that. Today was the first day I didn't have to have my air conditioning on in my office, which hasn't been that way in weeks. It's just, I don't remember it being this hot last summer.
I mean, it's July. For us, it's pretty given that July just sucks ass. And then on either side of it, it was like spring in June, and then July, it's been like 100 degrees every fucking day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anything else, Salty?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. I love your beard. Speed Demon.
I'm nothing really special. I'm the same thing as Salty. I've just been working, and that's about it. I've been planning a vacation soon, so hopefully I will be able to go, but I doubt it with work. So
Vacation to the LAN party?
Yeah.
maybe.
Remember, we need to discuss how much money you're bringing on this not GSN related vacation, so I know how much you're spending.
Details.
Yeah, bitch. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I've been noticing, Speed. Usually I'll see you on later in the night, but you've been kind of quiet this past couple weeks, so I know that you've been working pretty hard.
Yeah, I'll get on and be like, who wants to play games? It'll be 10 p.m. No one answers, and right when I'm getting in bed, everybody jumps in Rocket League. I'm like, you fuckers.
Motherfuckers. Well,
Son of a bitch.
we already discussed this, but there was a night where I was like, hey, Speed, we're going to play Rocket League. Would you care to join us? If I play Rocket League, I'm going to be up till 2 o'clock. Boom, up to the Rim Job channel. Up there until 2:30 a.m.
Rim World, Naaackers. It's pronounced Rim World.
My mistake.
Pronounced.
I mean, was there not 3 dudes in the same Rim Job channel at that time?
Shut up.
Job.
Well, are Rim Jobs specific to males? They can be both, right?
Nah, everybody has an asshole.
I hope that's the sound a butthole makes when you slap it. It's like those instruments where it's all the PVC tubes with the flip flops, and you're just.
This must be what it's like to work in the porn industry.
Wow.
Fucking George in the Jungle theme. MrFortyTwo, did I ask you? No, you're next.
I was on family vacation last week, so I was pretty much just doing tons of golfing and tons of drinking with my family. It was I'm very sunburned. You might not be able to tell from no webcam, but
You look a little
this
red.
whole
Just as red as
everything
usual.
here, everything on my chest and back is just like burning.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to get over that. And sadly enough, I'm actually is it a holiday for you guys tomorrow too, or no? No? Okay,
What's
it's
your
just Canadian
holiday?
thing. I don't even know what holiday it is. I just know tomorrow's a holiday.
It's some probably
Maple
made up
syrup
fucking.
day.
Yeah, it's probably.
I think it's Family Day. I could be
Family
wrong.
Day.
Anyway, it's a day off, and I'm fucking waking up at 7 a.m. tomorrow to go golfing again. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
excited.
So did you fall asleep outside, or were you just outside a lot to the point where you got burnt?
Oh no, I didn't fall asleep. No,
Okay.
I was outside. We went boating a lot. Like my uncle has a boat, and he doesn't really care too much about it anymore. It's kind of an older boat. He's had it since like '98, so he lets us drive it all the time, even though we don't have boating licenses. So we just go take it out on the lake and just rip around on skis and boating tubes and all that stuff. So
Okay.
I was driving the boat at one point, and one of the girls that we were with was just like, "Your back is really burnt," and I turned around and looked at it, and I was like, "Oh fuck."
That's the worst when you can feel the heat from the sunburns.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you just like hold your hand over top, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm burnt."
I'm
You can
fucking
hear it
burnt.
sizzling like an egg.
Yep.
Oh, I saw some of the photos you posted just from like your view from the beach with just like the lake and then the mountains behind it. And I was just like,
Yeah.
oh man, that's
It's a super nice location that we get, and it's like, so we rent a cabin, and then like basically where I was standing, that cabin is right behind us, so we get like our own beach right going into the lake and everything, and then we can park the boat right on the dock that's right there, and
that's so
it's
cool.
super nice. And even at night,
awesome.
like you can see all the stars, like you can see fucking everything out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
You have to give us a location because that seems like that would be like trip worthy to go up to Canada. And
It's by a town called Sycamoose, British Columbia.
No fucking way. No, it's not.
It is. Okay, but it's spelled SICAMOUS.
No.
It is.
You
That's
are
how you
lying.
say it. No, that's how you say it.
No.
Unless everybody from Alberta says it different,
Oh my
and
God.
everybody who lives there, I'm almost 100% positive it's said Sycamoose.
Oh fuck.
How else would you say that? I don't
I
know.
mean, sick a mouse.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
it's
It has to
Sycamoose.
be
It's not
Sycamoose.
changing.
It has
Gotta
to
be
be.
Sycamoose.
No, moose. That's how you spell moose for like your hair. Like moose for your hair is MOUSE. No, that's mouse.
That's
M-O-
mouse.
Lauren, how do you spell moose?
MOUSSE is moose.
Yeah, hair moose.
MOUSSE.
So, for those of you that are in chat that don't
Oh.
understand why we were laughing so hard, it's because Mr. 42 is from Canada, and there is a place with fucking moose in the title. Not to mention sicking a moose on somebody. Oh,
That is
good.
apparently a great vacation destination.
I want to
Yeah.
go there, and I hope at some point I get to see a moose.
I think there might be some lag going on for audio sync issues right now. But
Really?
yeah, I don't think there's really anything I can do about that, unfortunately, without stopping the stream. So I guess we'll just kind of push
Well,
through.
let me check it out. I'll confirm, and then if it is.
Okay.
I'm watching the stream and it doesn't look like there. If there is, it's like a very, very slight amount.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll push through and it'll fizzle out if there is an issue. Robot, this is only going to pertain to you because it's a local radio station, but do you remember when the two kids from British Columbia called into Dave and Chuck the Freak, and they were two stoners who just picked apples for a living?
Yes.
It was one of the funniest call-ins I've ever had on that radio show, but I just, not that Mr. 42 smokes or anything, but I just picture him out in the country, out in the Western Canada, just picking apples every day and enjoying the mountainside.
Up at the crack of dawn, picking apples and smoking a doobie.
We should fuck, eh?
No, yeah, that was probably one of the funniest. I bet you my wife remembers that too. I'll try and find it. I know they've clipped it and they put that in their highlight of funniest call-ins ever.
Okay, 42, anything else going on other than that bird in your room?
Yeah, there's a thunderstorm rolling on, so if I
okay.
pop out, I'm just looking at it outside. But no, I'm that's pretty much it for me.
Okay, awesome. BBR, the fuck's up with you?
Me again?
Yeah.
Every time.
Okay, sorry. No, I was just listening to the stream to see if there was delay in it, but
Okay.
I didn't see any. So non-gaming stuff, lots of work. I think I mentioned this on last week's show, but I've just been working so much. I took a project that's supposed to take 3 months, and it was a month deadline. So I've been working 7-hour, 8-hour days, sometimes longer, just to cram all of this stuff in. So I've been super, super busy. I did, however, buy a new iPad Pro,
Damn.
a 9.7 inch for
Cool.
work, and this thing is glorious. Talk about like if I didn't work on a computer all day and I could just use this as a truly my own personal computer for everything, the side-by-side multitasking, watching Twitch on it and checking out Twitter at the same time is so awesome. So that was kind of exciting. And I don't know if there's people out there who have unboxed Apple products before. It's a magical experience.
It is. It totally
and
is.
you won't, and you'll think I'm stupid until you do it yourself. But yeah, it's such a beautiful product. Obviously, last week's show, you guys remember my internet went out twice.
Yep.
Well, it was down for the next 2 days. It did not come back up.
Jeez.
And of course, I'm working trying to hit this deadline, so I'm stressing out. And the Comcast is yeah, well, we could send a check out August 3rd. I'm I almost pooped my pants. Like, first of all,
you, bro.
no gaming until August. Second of all, I had all that work to do. So I actually like took my work setup and I went and worked remotely at other office space like downtown, near where we are, and that was nice. So, but I'm on track with work. Everything's good. So I'm happy. Also ended up and went and watched the new Star Trek movie, Star Trek Beyond, on Saturday. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but I have never walked. It's been a long time, like since I've walked out of a movie theater and just been so disappointed in a movie.
Really?
Like Spider-Man 3, I was like, oh my, what the hell was that? Like I was pissed.
Is that where Peter Parker went all emo? He had like the long hair like over his eyes, and Philip DeFranco, or not Philip DeFranco,
That was when
James
Venom
Franco.
came in the party.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, the dude from that '70s show was Venom. It's like, could you picked more of a scrawny, like dumbed down motherfucker? But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, I just didn't like that movie at all. And I loved the first two. So I kind of went in thinking like, I only watched one trailer. I didn't go in like, I didn't try to spoil it or read what the plot was going to be about. Just went and saw it. And I was just like, oh man, that was super lame. Like the whole movie was just like, there was no depth to the plot at all. And everything that happened, I could, as it started happening, I was like, all right, that's going to happen. And then that's going to happen. And then that's going to happen. Like, I can tell you how this movie is going to start and end. Like, it was just so generic. And yeah, it made me sad. Like, visually amazing. There was a few parts that actually made me chuckle or like laugh out loud. And the rest of it, I was like, God damn it. Like, I had such higher expectations for this movie.
Well, they set the bar so high with the first like new Star Trek movie, back in like 2010, 11, where
was it really that long? Yeah.
Maybe not that long.
Probably hasn't been that long.
But they set such a high standard for like, all right, we're taking this environment, we're taking this name, and we're gonna blow it the fuck up. And then the second one was like, and now it's kind of sad to hear about this one.
I really liked 1 and 2. Yeah, okay. So Star Trek Into Darkness 2013.
Okay.
Star Trek 2009. That was the first new one.
Holy fuck. That's a year after I graduated high school.
So long ago. And I also noticed, I'm like, all these characters are really showing their age.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. Was the lead guy in Star Trek? I was like, he's looking old already.
Yeah. And the last thing I'll say about it is that I talked to a person who is a Star Trek fan, like a Trekkie their whole life, and they loved it.
Really?
So I don't know if I'm just like not a Star Trek fan, so I can't appreciate like maybe that's what they were going for, like a classic Star Trek thing.
Okay.
So
yeah, I feel like for me, I don't know enough about the original series and movies storyline to be hip to what the fuck is going on. The first movie and the second one, relatively, I get the gist, but I was hoping it would be just a continuation of those two as far as quality, because I didn't give a damn about Star Trek, but I did like the first two.
Same. I grew up with Star Wars instead of Star Trek, and I thoroughly enjoyed the first movie. And the second one, I was like, I could have not seen that and been just okay as I feel now. It's just kind of how I felt.
Yeah. So that was it.
Okay.
For my what I've been up to.
Cool. And going back to your opening Apple products as an experience, we just ordered like 85 iPads for one of the buildings that I work at. And
so you get to experience that 85 times.
Yeah, I just yeah, it's just like peeling off that plastic that comes off the tablet.
So good.
So good.
So good.
All right, well, as far as me, this past week, since our last episode, I have done very little that does not include either me being at my computer or gaming of some sort. Streaming 3 nights out of the week. This weekend was my 2-year Twitch streaming anniversary. So it was just like I streamed. This is my 5th stream this week. So that's pretty much what I've been doing all week. Other than just like work and then chores, that's pretty much all I've done these past 7 days. I just made some purchases yesterday. I bought a couple LED controllers. I bought some LED strips, couple tools and some stuff. So I'm going to be working on a project pretty soon. I was going to stream it, but now it's going to be a surprise project, so I can't stream it. But I will post pictures when I'm done. However, I will be getting some more LEDs because I need to redo my bike because my LEDs already broke. So I gotta redo it.
That happened fast.
Well,
Yeah, how'd you break them already?
I kind of forgot that when I mount my bike onto the bike rack, the LEDs that sit on the underside of the frame get smashed. And I did that once without realizing it. So one of the connections in the middle of the strip is broken. So I just need to cut out that bad part and then resolder it together. But I need to move the LEDs around so that I can use the bike mount without damaging. And I'm having a real hard time mounting things with glue to the wheel because it's like a super smooth chrome, like aluminum or chrome. Nothing fucking sticks to it. I've tried scoring it, I've tried sanding it, I've tried super glue, I've tried hot glue, and just shit will not stick to the wheel. So I got to figure out a way to attach the LEDs to the wheel that doesn't involve damaging the wheel and at the same time not attaching it to spokes because then it won't be symmetrical. And I'm a weirdo with that shit. So other than that, that's pretty much what I've been doing. All right, we can move on to the what the hell we have been playing recently. Salty, while I go empty my bowels, I will start with you.
Same as always. been playing Ark. Last Monday, I guess it was. I ended up coming in at night and playing some Rocket League with Man's Man for a couple hours before going to bed. But other than that, Ark just had a big update. They added a whole bunch of shit. The modded map that we use on the GSN gaming server had a huge update as well. So just trying. I mean, I've maybe played 15 hours of games in the last 2 weeks. So
Is that a lot or a little?
that's nothing compared to what I used to. I was at like a full-time job clip there for a while. And then now I'm down to like maybe 20, 25 hours every 2 weeks or so.
How many times have you guys had to restart? Like, I see the server getting updated and people like the XP boost and everything. How many times? Because I don't think I could do it.
Those were all voluntary. We've only actually had to wipe the server once since its inception, and that was solely because there was a huge map change and a bunch of people's bases were like glitched into mountains and shit. But other than that, we've changed the server. We've totally wiped and restarted twice for that. And that was just because we wanted to change maps entirely. And that was, that was all the diehards that don't really give a shit about starting over. So
Right. So how's the new patch been since you guys updated?
Well, of course, they fuck everything up every single time they release an update. So normally we try to wait on, like, even though the server is entirely dead and inaccessible, we try to wait until the first patch comes out before we update the server to hopefully not have any really huge, like, dinosaurs are disappearing and shit like it's happened before. And so far, the update's been out since Thursday. There have been 8 patches since Thursday.
Wow.
Trying to fix all the fuck ups. So
many.
Nothing really
hire GSN as
critical.
a QA team.
Right?
I mean, I feel like what it is they don't test any of their shit on dedicated servers ever. They only test them on their official servers and then launch it out. And then all these issues are coming from. I mean, the reason we switched to the center map is because it's an official mod that the game developers, Wildcard Studios, actually has as part of their game as a DLC. So we were like, well, they're not going to fuck up everything on this. And then The updates that came to our map are actually from the last update, like a month ago. It's just taken this fucking long to get them added in to our map. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Dang.
But it's not stopping me from playing. Just hit 700 hours.
It's like telling heroin addicts, okay, look, we have to buy the heroin that you've been getting is extinct. We have to move over to a different kind of heroin. Well, is it still heroin? Yes. Okay, that's just full. Shit. Okay.
Thank the Lord.
Ready to go.
Now,
But
I think
it's all good.
I remember the first time that the server upgrade happened, and then everybody's bases were like built into the mountain. And I remember that happening in Grav too. All of a sudden, people had boulders inside their base, but there was nothing we could do because the Grav support was just non-existent. I still miss that game sometimes.
I would get on and
Still
play it
going.
again because they just launched Grav Universe. So every single server will be interconnected, so you
Yeah.
can travel between servers and shit without losing all your stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
I'm
that
sure
is
it's
cool.
terribly glitchy, just like it was with the fucking moons when they added the moons.
Oh my god,
But-
that was so. We would spend 5,000 of every mineral to build these moon portals, and they would just send you into space, and you would die. Like,
Yeah, you never come back.
it was so broken. Like, okay, I'm here. I don't have enough resources to get back, so now I guess I'm dead. But I remember because we were all waiting so long for the moons to come out, and then when they finally released, we were all so excited. We're like, gotta get to the moon. We gotta collect resources. Like, you go get wood. We're gonna get stone. We're gonna make this happen. And then we got there, and it was bugged as fuck. It sucked, but that game was so much fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing an event or something like that because I think they've added in quests and stuff too. But that game is terribly grindy without being that customizable. Like if the building was more customizable, and because right now it's just like you build the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over. Whereas in Ark you have like different building packages or whatever.
Yep.
We've got plenty of mods on the server and shit that keep it interesting.
It seems like that was one of my biggest issues with Grav is it didn't seem that rewarding. Like, it's like, what am I grinding towards? Because if you don't do PvP in that game, there's really not that much to do. I mean, there's NPCs and stuff that are running around, but it's like, how long can I do this for? Where I feel like Ark has a little bit more appeal.
Oh,
It's
not
been
to
a while
mention,
since I've seen Naaackers hooked to a game like he was Grav. Like, I like one time it was like 4 a.m. and like Naaackers is still going strong.
Dude, me and Deathblade would fucking grind like nobody's business because everybody started at the same time and we were all racing like leveling wise. Like we were all like, that was back when Wise Gamer was still hanging out with us. I remember it was like me, Salty, Deathblade, Wise, and Coda,
M2.
and M2. We were just fucking grinding, and yeah, that is the last game that I was addicted to. I put in like 110 hours within a couple weeks. I went ape shit. It was terrifying. I
don't even know how many hours I have in that game anymore.
Crazy. All right, Salty, were we still going on you?
Yeah.
Hot damn. All right, cool. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
That's it.
Speed Dickle, what up?
Don't call me that.
All right, sorry.
Speed
Seaman Demon.
Seaman Demon.
I'm gone.
I'm
All
out.
right. Haven't been up to much, but I've been able to play a little bit more than usual. Just the occasional Overwatch. We played Gang Beast last night for like how many hours? 2?
Mm-hmm.
About 2 hours. I've been doing a lot of practicing in Rocket League, and we played Super Mario Bros. Not too long ago online.
Super Smash
Today.
Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. He kicked my ass, but we won't talk about it.
Yeah, so Speed found, we're going to post this on GSN, but Speed found a tutorial to where you can emulate Super Smash Brothers Melee for the GameCube and play online.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
That's pretty snazzy.
It was fun.
That
Yeah, so
is.
we were thinking about maybe doing a tournament a friendly tournament in that pretty soon too.
I'll kick your asses.
You
I won't.
wish.
I will bend over and take it like
Captain
champ. Fucking terrible.
That fucker right there
Dude.
kept Falcon punching
I
me.
Falcon punched him like 4 times. Playing Jigglypuff with his down B move where he goes to sleep and shoots the person. He's like, what the fuck was that? Jigglypuff.
I'm sitting here like, Naaackers, I'm trying to figure out the button. Stop, Falcon! Punch! Punches me off the map.
It's like when our parents tried to tell us to go easy on our sister. It's like, I can't. I have to kick her ass.
I have to kill her.
So yeah, we'll Speed will probably throw up that tutorial. I got it up in
It wasn't long at all, like 5 minutes.
like 3-5 minutes, real
That's
quick.
awesome.
I'm a minute man.
We all know that, Naaackers.
How do you know?
I don't know. But yeah, that's been about it. Other than Lawbreakers, you did that little giveaway, and I got one of the keys. And the game's okay. I think it's clunky.
It
It's
is.
a little bit clunky just with the movement,
Yep.
and kind of it's not balanced with a few characters.
Mhm.
But Robot was going to talk about that, so that'd be all with me.
Okay. 42.
Apologize if you guys can hear. There's a bunch of hail going on, so if you hear it through my mic, don't worry about it.
That's
I'm
just
not
the
dying
moose
yet.
acting up.
What?
I said that's just the moose acting up.
Yeah.
Hail.
So
sick
I've
of
just been playing pretty much. I mean, I've been on vacation, like I said, so I haven't been playing too much. But Rocket League, played Gang Beasts with Naaackers for his stream yesterday. I was playing a little bit of Halo 5 multiplayer this morning because I watched the Halo Championship Series on Twitch. So I was watching like the pro guys play Halo 5, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta play this again. So I was playing that for a bit. I just started actually. I'm trying to beat Grand Theft Auto 5 campaign again.
Nice.
Even though I keep getting, I don't know how I keep getting erased, but I keep losing my progress in it. And so I'm trying to get that done now because I want to start picking through some of these games that I haven't touched. And now that I'm not streaming anymore, I have no time I don't have any designated time for playing single player games like that. So I've been trying to find games like that to finish.
Yeah, I still need to go through the GTA 5 campaign as well. I don't even know if my save is still there. I don't even know if I have it installed. No, I have installed, but
No, I had the same thing. I maybe was like grinded through like 30 or 40% of the missions, and then I think I reinstalled it or something. And apparently it does not store your progress in the cloud.
Yeah.
So I lost everything. And then I started playing again. And then I built my new PC and lost my progress again. I'm like, how is this a thing? Why is this the only game that doesn't sync your progress or your settings? You know, I was pissed.
it saves
So
it
I
in
haven't
the
touched it.
fucking my games and my documents. It's like,
I don't know why it
get
does
with
that.
the fucking times, please.
Can
Yeah,
that
really.
be changed? Can you make it so that game does?
That's
I
what it
know
looks for when you load the files.
Because for whatever reason, it's no longer based off of the Microsoft Games browser, but I think it still uses a part of their framework, so it stores it in a different directory, like where usually anytime you install a Windows-based game, it goes into your My Games under My Documents, and that's just how they did it. And I don't understand why, but
Stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, very stupid.
Piss
I
me
would
off.
like to run through the campaign again, though. I played it when it first came out on 360, and then I bought it on PC and never played through the campaign at all. Just went straight to multiplayer.
Okay. Yeah, I played through about half of it. I still to this day, like Robot, Grand Theft Auto 4 was one of my favorite multiplayer games, like of
You play
all
that
time.
all the time.
We used to do events all the time, too.
Yeah, and I would cry at night waiting for Grand Theft Auto 5 to release. And then it came out and my desire to play was just not there. It was heartbreaking. I don't know why. But we still do events for Grand Theft Auto every once in a while. So yeah, I need to go back. Vince or Vansman was saying that we need to get back into the Halo Online for PC, so we should probably do something for that pretty soon too.
I couldn't do it. The lock to 60 FPS or whatever it was awful.
You're so
And the
spoiled.
No, not just that. It was the sound desync too. That was just awful. Like I'd shoot and I'd hear the sound of my gun like 2 seconds later. So like if someone was shooting at you, you had no idea until you were dead, you know? So whatever. I will get back into Grand Theft Auto. Maybe that will become like a stream game. Like after I'm done with like Red Dead, I'll try and do Grand Theft Auto over. But I know we've only done even just the heists and multiplayer. We've done 2 of them. And I remember the last one we did where we had to break someone out of jail. Like that took us like 5 hours.
Yeah.
We were up to like 3 a.m. trying to beat that. And when we did, it was like finally.
You haven't done the last one. The last one's insane.
Isn't that the one where
we have to finish them
at the very end? The helicopter crashed and we all died. Like
Yep.
after 4 hours of trying to grind.
Well, Piranha finally realized that he didn't know how to fly the helicopter. And we're like, are you serious? What have you been doing this whole time?
Oh my god. Cool. Robot, what you been playing? I guess MrFortyTwo is like, fuck this, I'm out.
He's like, later. Again, because work's been so crazy, I haven't had like tons of time to game. But I did on Wednesday. I did stream Red Dead Redemption, and that was a blast. It was one of those nights where I was so just like drained, and I was like, I could not stream tonight. Like I could just not do it, and I did, and it ended up being a lot of fun. So I was glad I did that. Been fitting in some Overwatch. I still haven't gotten to play the new character Anna yet.
I haven't either.
And I don't know if I'd be good with her at all either, because sniper characters I'm not usually great. So I have to play her. And also I played with SpeedDemon and Ideal and Dustles. We played Lawbreakers.
Okay.
And it was the alpha. I got an alpha key from Mrs. Weenie. Oh, thank you. And it was fun. It was kind of hectic. You know, it's an alpha. They don't have tutorials. You just kind of get thrown into it and you got to figure out what the hell's going on. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't fun until we figured out what was going on. And then once you get the hang of it, and Fridays actually in chat.
Yeah, I saw that. P-Man!
He's like, I didn't know how to fly.
Yes.
So they only gave you 4 characters to play with, which it's a game that reminded me, like, every character is different, unique, has their own abilities, has their own moves, has different weapons. So it very much reminded me of Overwatch, where the heroes were all completely different. And even like the way, like, you use Q to do your ult, and like it mapped everything out. It was so similar to Overwatch. But they only gave you 4 characters. They only gave you 2 maps and 2 modes on those 2 maps. So it got kind of old quick. It felt clunky. I couldn't get over 60 FPS.
I couldn't either.
But other than that, like, once we figured out what we were doing and we started working together as a team, and then it ended up being fun. But again, it's an alpha, so I can't say, oh, that's going to suck, I'm never going to buy it. It could get a lot better. I hope they have way more than 4 characters.
Yeah.
But so far, the only game modes that they have is like zone captures. So like the whole map is open. What, Speed, do you remember the name of the game mode where you capture the points?
I do not.
Okay.
Don't remember.
In like Call of Duty, there's domination and there's 1 point and you fight to like cap that 1 point.
Yep.
And in this, like, there's 3 points, and as soon as they unlock, like, you have to capture 1 of them, 2 of them, or 3 of them. And like after all of them are captured, it resets again. And it does that like 5 or 6 times until like you've capped like 13 points or something like that. So it was interesting.
I liked that style. I thought that was a cool concept. I'd never seen that in a game before.
exactly why I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. For the first
Never played it.
Yeah, for the first 4 games, we were all just camping the middle point. We're like, oh, okay, so this is just like King of the Hill pretty much. Little did we know there was 2 other points that we had to go capture as well.
Yep. So it was fun. I'd like to see where it goes, but I agree it was pretty clunky. Performance wasn't great. But the concept is cool. So we'll see where it goes.
I too thought it was a cool concept. I haven't played it since their second closed alpha. The one that you guys played, I think, is their 3rd closed alpha that they've hosted. I just don't like... I'm getting tired of how many games are coming out early access. Like, when I just saw that We Happy Few came out early access, I'm like, why? You just had a fucking debut at E3 for this game everyone's excited about, and you just released it early access. Just fucking wait! Just develop the game and put it out. And why Lawbreakers felt the need to push out the game right now while Overwatch is in its prime with 1 playable game mode, 2 playable maps, and 4 playable characters. Like, what is the point? That makes no sense. I understand they probably want to test their servers with bandwidth and server load and stuff like that, but it's like, just wait. Just finish the game like everybody else.
It's cheap in the sense that you don't have to pay all these people to QA your games for you, and you don't have to rely on input from anybody else after the game's already out in its full form. You don't have to go back and add a bunch of shit or take away shit people don't like, but at the same time, it's like, it's lazy as fuck.
It is.
Like,
it is.
Arc is a perfect example. We're on update 247.7. So since its inception, since I started playing it, it was like 130 or something.
Yeah.
For a while there, it had 3 or 4 updates, required updates per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was just last year. So
I'm just tired of games that are using the early access tag as a here's 25% of the game instead of it being here's 90% of the game. We just need to test this game, how it runs online with our servers, with its bandwidth. It's just like Golf with Your Friends is another example, which I've been having so much fun with lately. They released the game with 3 courses. Like, 3 courses. Make more courses. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Or a course editor.
Yeah, or so let us create our own. Like, I would rather I could go another year with not playing Golf with Friends if I had never played it before. But now that I've played it, I'm like, okay, I'm fucking done with this. We've played, let's go. Come on. And you just don't see updates. So it's just like, I'm just getting really tired of early access shit for people using it as an excuse to put out a game that has 20% of its total content.
Overwatch did a good job with it. They released their whole game on that.
They're like, okay, we need to beta test. Let's push this out, and everything is available. This is the entire game, even though it was restricted to 2 or 3 maps. It was still the full experience, where it's like, hey, pay full price for this game, but we're only going to give you 25% of it, and we're going to leave it like that for years. This is fucking tweaks my tweaker.
The other thing about Lawbreakers is if they were releasing, like, maybe they were doing performance like metrics or something like that, but like it couldn't have been for balancing for characters because there's only 4 characters and there's no way you can get an idea, especially like with Overwatch, like one character has a weakness to another character, and like you can't tell that if there's only 4 playable characters. But what's the situation with Lawbreaker? Like, I just got an alpha key. I don't know if it's in early access or if are they selling alpha codes? Like, hey, if you pre-purchase, you'll get alpha and beta access. Is that how it's going?
No. So the game is in alpha. It's not early. I don't think it's an early access in Steam.
Okay.
I don't think. So
don't
they're
think
so they're a little different, but at the same time, it's like, why start alpha testing right now when I don't want to say it's like Overwatch, but they have similarities, as you know, it's 5 or 6v6 with the hero choice and, you know, capture the point. Those are just similarities. But
I'm okay if they're letting you alpha or beta test for free without any strings attached, without, oh, you need to pre-order our game, or, oh, you need to be in early access and pay, you know, half price or whatever. Like, I'm okay with that, because especially with PC gaming, like with consoles, it's easier. You know, you have an Xbox or an Xbox 360, you know, and like there's no variations between those two. So like testing's going to be fairly straightforward. But with PCs, you got different GPUs, you got different CPUs, you got different motherboards. Like, there's so many factors that you know, so I don't hate on them for releasing alphas and betas. Like, hey, like that's also a way for me, you know, you're not supposed to judge the final game on an alpha or beta, but you're supposed to help the development. You're supposed to be like, okay, well, maybe this is a game I like, and this is how, you know, I can help them out and give them data so they can make the game better, you know?
Yeah,
But,
I mean, you definitely have to be willing to take that role, as especially with any alpha, early access alpha games. It's just like they're constantly working on shit, some of which is entire framework changes and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like what we dealt with 7 Days to Die and Reign of King servers we had on GSN.
yeah,
They would just fucking pop up and be like, hey, wipe every fucking thing you have, and we're not going to let you not update. So go fuck yourself.
yeah.
Start back from scratch because we changed something in the base code of the game.
I can legitimately say that I have never, ever reported a bug or requested a feature for any alpha, beta, or early access game I've ever played ever. I like to play. I'll talk about bugs.
Yeah.
But I'm not the guy who's going to like log onto their forums and be like, excuse me, the crosshair seems to be off 0.1 pixels. And I know
totally
someone
me.
else is going to do it. Someone else is going to do it, so
me.
I don't have to.
I normally will just fucking leech onto somebody else's post, but yeah, I will totally go on their forums.
Someone's found it already. Yeah, exactly.
And you're right with how Lawbreaker, they're just doing a free to play alpha, but the fact that there's only 2 maps and 4 heroes just tells me that they're nowhere near the end of development. So how long is this game gonna be in development before we have like a playable thing? And I don't know how the game development industry is. I don't like, it's probably the same as how, you know, how much fun teachers are having in the United States right now. Being a teacher fucking sucks. You get paid shit. You have a shitty job. Kids puke on you. Your principals are all money hungry douchebags. So, you know, being in the game development industry probably sucks. And doing what they're doing right now is probably the only way they can have a job. But I still fucking hate it.
I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of technical shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they've just put so much pressure on a lot of these publishing and game development companies out there now to be good. So it's like, that's what I hate about seeing all these games make all this money and then just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking guys will do Kickstarters and shit and make $2 million and then say, fuck you.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do about it. There's no product here, but we're taking all your money.
Now, on their Steam page, it says available summer 2016. Now, I don't know if that's the alpha or that's the full game, because if it's the full game, they are nowhere near being close, and summer is like just around the corner, like being done.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That just made me remember that I had 6 months of Grav server hosting paying in advance, and with like a week notice, like official Grav servers shut down, and they're like, well,
oh my god,
that
pissed me off.
Yeah, that made me, that's one of the reasons I have not picked the game up back. They were like, well, we know that you've paid for your server hosting in advance, but we can't pay you back, and we're shutting down. Bye.
Yeah.
And then they were
Like,
gone, and that was it. Yeah. So
I had to get the shit from them to start with, and then they realized they didn't have the fucking hardware to compete, and then just basically said, "Fuck everybody, we're taking your money."
not enough dedicated
It's just
wham.
It's just a good thing that you had put some of that money aside
Right.
to where we could get our own server. But at the time, everybody that played on the server just wanted to punch Grab's developers right in the face.
Yep. Alrighty. BadBadRobot, any other games you wanted to touch on before passing the torch?
That's it. All I want to say is the minigun guy in Lawbreakers is so OP.
Yes, he is.
So OP. That's
You
all.
played the shit out of him, Naaackers.
I
I-
did.
yeah.
That's all I played.
Same
And
here. His right
I didn't
click,
like any of the other characters.
I
like
the
the assassin.
force push. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit! Oh god! I just changed the scene in OBS. I didn't even know I had those set up. Macro keyboard fail. My fat hand hit it. Yeah, because like anytime the assassins would get near, you just fucking right clicked and you just force push them into oblivion. So that needed a little bit of balancing. As far as I am concerned, I have done a shit ton of gaming this week. Like I mentioned before, this weekend was my 2-year Twitch anniversary, so I tried to stream as much as I possibly could. We played Rocket League. GSN hosted a mini Rocket League tournament on Saturday. Congratulations to Monster and Mackie for winning that tournament. It was
Big surprise.
yeah, right? Yeah, Van's
Monsters
band. Nice
band.
team composition, motherfucker. No, Vans did a fantastic job of organizing the tournament. Everything went super smooth as soon as we started going. We had a couple people that didn't show up right away, but it ended up working just fine. I streamed the entire tournament. It was such a great time. I can't wait to do another one. Played golf with your friends for the stream last night as well. We
So angry.
yeah, we decided to, because you played? You guys have all played. Salty, I don't think you have. Okay, well you can change the ball type to a sphere, or an egg, or a cube. So it changes the entire dynamic of
Fucking
golfing.
rage.
And you can
An egg?
change the gravity. Yeah, so low gravity egg mini putt. I almost
ass.
rage quit. I was so very close. The only reason I didn't rage quit was because I was streaming and I didn't want to end up on the live stream fails subreddit. So we played a good bit of that. Played Gang Beasts Online, which is, even though I had just played it for like 2 hours or an hour or so, the couch stream the night before, I was like, we got to play Gang Beasts again because it's like the best drinking game ever. Played a good bit of that, and then of course I've been playing Fallout 4 for the first time for my stream during the week.
Oh yeah.
Which has been pretty good. I was having VATS. VATS fucking sucks so bad. You will be 2 meters away, turn on VATS, and the bullets will just dance around them.
You just started though. It's going to suck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you gotta
That's
get
how
that
it goes.
accuracy up, son.
I remember
Ghouls.
Fallout 3 when I thought that was,
Yeah.
that's the only way I'd get scared of a super mutant coming around the corner. I'd be like, ah, and then just
Yeah.
hit the bats button and they would freeze, you
Yeah.
know.
The ghouls have been just tearing my shit apart. They run
Yeah.
fast like
They dodge your bullets too.
yeah. Oh my god. But I'm having a lot of fun with the game. It's gorgeous. I have no idea what the story is yet, but I'll be continuing with that next Tuesday. All right, cool. We are going to move on to the gaming news and discussion. Guys, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you guys like keeping up to date with gaming, tech, or streaming news, and you guys want to submit articles to us for us to discuss on the show, there is going to be a link to the Discord and chat. If somebody wants to throw an exclamation point Discord in chat, you guys get to link to the Discord. There is a text channel called CAP News, CAHP, Crocs on Hot Pockets News. And if you guys want to submit any news articles for us to talk about on the show, you guys can do that. So the first thing I want to talk about is something, it's a topic that we skipped last week just because we ran out of time. Pokemon. Pokemon has...
Skipped like twice already.
Yeah. This time we're putting Pokemon as the first topic, so we don't have to skip it again. So we're gonna talk about that real quick. We're just gonna have an open forum, and then we have a quick point to talk about at the end of it. I have to pee again. Something is going on with my penis. I cannot stop peeing, so I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be back.
Alrighty then.
All right.
So are we supposed to start talking?
Should we just continue?
Right.
Well, let's talk
The
about
Pokemon
Pokemon.
Go.
Okay. So, who here plays Pokemon?
I have it downloaded, but honestly, I haven't really. I played with Vans. We went out. There's like a huge bike path that's like 5 miles away from our houses, and so we went there and went longboarding, and I was playing a lot, but there's nothing around my house. Like I have to drive 10 miles to fucking find the nearest stops and the nearest gyms and shit. It's not like all these people I keep seeing screenshots where there's just like 700 stops and 5 gyms on one corner. And fucking 42, isn't yours like right next to your house? There's a fucking gym.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Like,
You
that's-
lucky son of a bitch, 42.
That's never gonna happen for me.
Is it
that
your
Tim
gym yet?
Hortons?
Is that no? No, there's a little community center next to me, and actually, I'm gonna put my Pokemon in there right now because it's yellow.
Oh, yeah.
I've pretty much stopped playing for the most
Okay.
part.
So, Sam, did you level up enough to pick a team?
Oh yeah. Like I think I'm like level 7 or level 8
All right.
because I played pretty hardcore, and there's a lot of stops on the way home and stuff from work. So
Okay.
a lot of times, if I stop at a stoplight, I could hit the stop.
Let's go over 3 stats. You guys look at your Pokemon Go app, figure out what your level is, what team you are, and then go to your Pokédex and see how many Pokemon that you've seen versus how many you've caught.
Oh fuck.
And then we'll go through it. All right.
You go
So-
first since you're already ready.
Okay. I am level 16. I am, of course, Team Valor.
Oh,
Duh.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Now around, I live in the country, so there's like no Pokestops, no gyms around me. So like, I picked this up while we were in Florida, and like everywhere we stayed in Florida, there was Pokestops everywhere, gyms everywhere. So we would just go walking around, and it was great because my wife wanted to walk around, and I was like, okay, because there's Pokestops on the way, you know. So I didn't mind, but so I hit a lot of stuff. And then I got my wife into it, and she started loving it. Like she would be the one to be like, oh my God, there's a Pikachu. Get the Pikachu. Get the Pikachu. And like the resort we were staying at, there was tons of rare Pokemon spawning every 15 minutes. Like I've gotten like 12 Pikachus, like 10 Charmanders just from that place. So it's been fun, but I don't play unless we go out. And last week, me and my wife, we went to Five Guys, we ate burgers and fries, and then we hit like 5 Pokestops and like parked at a gym, and we just did our first gym battles.
Damn.
And we were out there for like 2 hours, and it was like so much fun. And the fact that my wife wanted to do it was even cooler.
And that's the problem for me is like, I'll tell you the closest, this gives you an idea of how fucking backwoods the area is that me and Vans live. The closest gym to me is a volunteer fire department.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
And then there's another one up the road that just so happens to be a liquor store. And then there's like a farmer's market that has a gym in it and a post office. Like there's no cool places. It's just a bunch of redneck spots.
That's sad.
Chat,
Well-
share your stats.
Yeah, share your stats, chat. So I'm level 16, Team Valor, and my Pokédex says 83 Pokemon caught, 83 seen.
Jeez, wow.
So
100%.
I want to get 100%. So what about you,
There's
Sam, as
two
far as
that you-
Pokédex?
There's 2 Pokemon you can't get in North America.
What?
Was it Mewtwo and
I think it was like Mr. Mime and
Yeah.
something else.
Bullshit.
One of the other ones that you can't evolve is overseas. Like you literally have to travel overseas in order to get it.
That's
But I
Stupid.
am level 8 Team Valor, and
Oh, yeah.
I've seen 31, call it 32, or it's just scene 32, call it 31.
Did you just mean to scratch your eye with your middle finger?
Yeah. No, I don't know what the fuck's going on. There must be like dust floating around in my office or something. My eyes hurt like shit.
My app is asking me to log in, and I'm not fucking doing it.
Doing your two-factor authentication.
Yeah, I like just to log into Pokemon, I have to have 3 different apps open.
Oh my god!
If
All right,
that tells you
42?
anything.
Oh, go ahead.
My brother just said you can only get them in eggs if you aren't in the region.
Oh, eggs.
Okay.
I'm level 11. I'm Team Instinct, and my Pokedex. I'm only at 36 caught, 39 seen. I haven't gone out that much, honestly, with it yet. So I need to go on a trip with it or do something with it. When I went out to vacation, there was nothing out there. The fucking Sycamoose had tons of drowsies.
no.
Ann Arbor I caught like 18 drowsies while I was down there for work.
Holy
one day.
shit.
Yeah.
I have not even seen a drowsy yet.
Oh my
They're
god.
pretty common around my town
I
as well.
Neither.
I did,
Just
however.
Rattata and Pidgeys.
I did, however, get the this guy. This is the guy who's region locked to NA.
Taurus, yeah.
He's the one. Yeah. So I found him when I was out at work one day, and I looked it up, and he's apparently you can only get him in North America.
Okay.
Cool. Kind of a lame Pokemon, but whatever.
I know that I'm level 5 Team Mystic for life, as you can see in my blue background. I have lost all interest in the mobile game. What? Valor? You saying Team Valor?
Damn straight.
Shit. Well, then let me bust out my blue balls because I'm ready to go.
Rock the red, man. The caps.
Sam's got he's got a Magikarp tattooed on his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling people lately. Like, is that a Pokemon tattoo? I'm like, yeah, I spent $2,500 on a fucking Pokemon tattoo, bro.
No, I saw a guy at Five Guys today. He had Bulbasaur, a huge Bulbasaur tattooed to the back of his arm.
Wow.
He was
Too much,
like
man.
400 pounds. He was big. He was big.
Bulbasaur.
You guys are fucked up.
Whatever.
Speaking of Magikarp, I saw a picture the other day that had a picture of like a Magikarp from the app, and somebody named it Bran, like from Game of Thrones.
No idea that I don't have any idea what that reference
I guess,
is about.
yeah, you wouldn't understand.
I've never seen the show.
That's
Me
funny.
neither.
Really?
No.
Really?
Oh, okay. That was the wrong crowd to mention that to.
Yes, it
Me
is.
and Robot got it.
Yeah,
I
that
have
was-
like somebody bought me and my girlfriend the first 2 seasons, I think, on DVD when it first came out, and then it's literally in the plastic in our living room, sitting on top of the receiver.
Don't do it. You'll watch it and then you won't even play Ark anymore.
You're
You're trying to catch up forever.
It would legitimately take like a ridiculous drug addiction to get me off of that.
What is that? Okay, it's
backwards.
It's backwards and out of focus.
Is it okay? It's a picture of Magikarp, and the quote is, "I swear to God, when I evolve, I'm going to kill you all."
Xeon, I saw you mention this earlier. He said, what's your opinion of Pokevision being taken down? It's a website that shows where the Pokemon are around you. I wish that website did not exist, if I'm being completely honest. That completely ruins the entire game. And to see all of the GPS hacking that people are doing in order to catch them all, disappointing.
Well,
The point is to get out there and do it.
That's
Yeah,
such
like
bullshit.
the initial point of this app is amazing, albeit a little dangerous. I know a guy who's like fucking ape shit about Pokemon. This guy's like 24 years old and has Pokemon like plushes in his fucking rear window of his car.
Oh, man.
But this fucking
Rapist.
guy's telling me the other night that there was a Squirtle in the area, and he fucking jumped a guy's fence. Like he jumped into somebody's fucking yard at 2:00 in the morning looking for this fucking Squirtle. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're crazy.
And you're gonna get
Horrible
shot.
idea. Yeah.
Like, and I've watched I've read a ton of articles. I've watched like Casey Neistat made that Pokemon Go video right after it like blew up, and just hundreds of thousands of people. And I like the stories that are coming out of it where, hey, you know, I met these people and they're cool people and blah, blah, blah. But there's also just as many stories coming out of it of people putting lures out to rob people.
Yep.
People getting hit by fucking cars because they're too stupid to look before they cross the street. And it's just like, I like the fact that people are getting out and experiencing the outside world, but fucking eyes up here.
Yep.
There's
fucking
always
break
going to
into
be someone to
people's
ruin it.
houses and shit.
Yep.
So, and like,
Always going to be.
I understand. I'm lucky. I live in a somewhat suburban area where I can walk out of my house and get 5 to 10 different Pokemon. People who are in more rural areas don't have that luxury. So I can see where websites like Pokevision would come into play. If it was something like this is the general, like this is the half square mile where you can possibly find this Pokemon. So, you know, if you're looking at Pokevision and it says, this is where this Pokemon is most common, and then you look on your phone and you see the grass, you know, kind of tumbling around and you're going out chasing, that's fine. But if you're going to the exact location of where these Pokemon are out, I'm not for that whatsoever. And if anything, you are just making the end game come to you that much faster. Like you are, like once you catch them all, what the fuck are you gonna do? So I'm kind of glad that it got shut down. I never used it. I think it kills the dynamic of. I think it kills the whole point of the game itself. So I know there's some people are like all about it, but I was just like that makes no sense to me. So why?
Well, it's like Xeontech said, the tracker being broken is a huge thing. Like if the tracker worked the way it's supposed to with the 1, 2, 3 footprints, it'd be so much better.
Yeah, and that's a good point. But
and it'll probably be fixed, but some things, you know, I think they have to worry more about scaling at this point because there's so many people playing it. And at least while I was in Florida, the servers were going down every 10 minutes. And you have to restart your game every 10 minutes or something like that. So now it's more stable, but they just gotta fine tune some features and stuff. But yeah, I think it ruins ruins everything.
The thing is, if I wanted to catch Pokemon, I'm like Salty, I gotta drive down the road because look.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
That's exactly how my fucking house looks.
Yeah.
There's nothing
and
but
let's see the Pokemon I can catch right here.
Oh, wow.
That's my house.
A Weedle.
See,
you live down the street.
When I streamed Pokemon Go for like that hour and a half, Speed was like, dude, you gotta go outside to get Pokemon. I'm like, fuck no, I don't. Dropping incense. I caught like 5 or 6 Pokemon without leaving my office. So
now, I say that I don't have shit in my yard, and I load up to show you guys the map, and there's a fucking Tauros in my front yard.
Go get them. Go get them.
Nice.
So I'll be right back.
All right. The last point we want to talk about is this is kind of a funny one because get his ass. Get his ass. Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Wait, is he gonna stay in the Pokeball? Might not.
Speed, your dog wants some crack.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So the title of this article is Nintendo stock plummets after people realize Pokemon Go is not owned by Nintendo.
Fucking idiots, man.
So when I originally heard of Pokemon Go, my brain went, oh, it's probably still a Nintendo thing. Like, that's actually the first thing that I thought. But upon doing a little research, you realize that Niantic, which is actually a company former of Google's Alphabet, has nothing to do with Nintendo. Nintendo owns 13% of Niantic, but as far as having any sort of jurisdiction within the company, they have none. So, upon people realizing this, Nintendo's stock absolutely tanks. And I think that had something to do with it not doing as well as they thought it was when it released in Japan. Because everyone thought it was going to explode tenfold as soon as it released overseas, but it didn't. And a very popular YouTuber, Philip DeFranco, said that he sold his stock the day before it tanked because he had a bad feeling, or he's an inside trader. And he said that if he would have kept his stock with the company, with Nintendo, he would have lost 40 grand overnight.
Ooh,
So
but how much did he make from the initial
Yeah, he had to make
jump?
money.
Yeah,
He had to have
obviously
made a lot.
If-
But
I mean, they went
$40,000
up,
is a
what?
lot of money.
Yeah.
It went up 22% or something like that, and then it dropped 18. So it's like what did they say? The value of Nintendo went up by like $1 billion the week.
$7 billion, I read.
Even though they only own
Even-
19
Yeah.
or 13% of Niantic.
Yeah.
So hopefully people fucking got out before they got screwed. But I mean, they're still up either way.
Yeah.
I think they're still up above where they were prior to Pokemon Go
Yep.
releasing.
Yep.
Yeah, so no one really lost a lot of money or anything at all.
Yeah.
Plus, they're going to be making a shit ton of money anyways. It'd be good stock to have either way because when
They got that console coming out.
that new NES, just the NES mini console at $60.
Yeah.
Sega released their own version that's $60, and it's going to have 80 fucking games with wireless controllers. I mean, everybody needs to be jumping on board this shit right now.
Mm-hmm. Which where we're going to talk about the NX next. Does anybody have any final points about Pokemon?
Speed didn't share his Poke.
Oh,
I don't think 42 or Speed
42
shared
did, I
their-
think.
Did, yeah.
Like Pokedex too.
I'm level 10, Team Valor, and I've caught 36, seen 41.
Okay.
So
Cool.
hatched probably like 4 eggs by working, just having my phone on in my pocket. I hatched like 2 10-kilometer eggs in a day. So
Oh my god.
Wow.
I wish I got enough signal. I don't get fucking GPS signal inside the power plant. So
Oh, probably not. Now, all my eggs were pretty much a bust.
Did someone
Were
say
like
Pokédex?
rat-a-tats. But the one egg that I did hatch that was awesome was Lapras
Ooh.
and 580 CP. So I was pretty happy about that.
Sounds like an STD. I got the Lapras.
Can anyone answer me this question? Does the height and weight being extra large or extra small actually do very much
yes,
anything at all?
health and attack power.
It
You don't want to
affects-
just keep giving away your CP, high CP.
But I mean, like,
Pokemon.
if I have a Pidgey and like if I have 2 Pidgeys that are the exact same level, exact same everything, but one of them says extra small, the other one says extra large, should I be just evolving the extra large one?
I would.
Why,
They're
though?
each like
I
extra
didn't even know
small. I
this was
think
a
harder
thing.
to hit when you dodge while fighting gyms.
I
They
really
each
had
have
no
their
idea
own
that was a thing.
to it. Like you don't
Okay.
just, people will look at it and say, "Oh, this thing's CP10, transfer it." When it had an attack move like 60, and the one they're keeping only has one that has quick attack like 15. So there's a lot more to look into before you transfer a Pokemon.
That's true. Yeah.
I transfer everything. I'm like I don't give a shit. I don't even have but like 5 Pokemon left. I transfer everything because until you're level 20, they don't fucking matter anyways.
Yeah, you'll get rid of them
Highest
all
CP
anyways.
Wild Pokemon you can find or after you turn level 20.
Selling Pokemon like the black market.
I think
Grinding them up and making them into candy.
I have my last point is I have it's not that I don't like the game, I just don't have a desire to open the app and go play. I can probably blame that on the fact that I spend an hour a day trying to do behind the head shots with my phone. So by the time I finally get that shot, I just throw my phone. I don't pick it up for another couple hours. It's an awesome game. It's an awesome concept. They need to release trading. They need to release battling with people that are near you. I'm going to say that when that comes out, I will come back to the game. But by the time that happens, everyone's going to be fucking level 50, and I'm going to be level 5. So, I don't know.
People are probably going to start new characters, like new accounts and stuff like that.
Yep.
But
Well,
I would
that's-
think like
they'd
the
have to
Detroit
wipe.
slow roll would be amazing for Pokestops. And
They asked them not to play Pokemon, I think.
At the slow rolls, they literally get on the megaphone and go, "No Pokemon during the ride." You still see people that are just fucking
Yeah, it's
clicking
'cause
away.
Fucking idiots would just be running into walls
Yep.
and shit.
I would just do the pokey stops. I would just, as I pass by, like what I do when I'm driving.
Well,
You dickhead.
there was a professional. There was a professional biker, like helmet, like aerodynamic suit, bike was decked out, and he was like going super fast next to me and just like pedaling. He looked super serious, and then I see him look down, and he's got his phone mounted on his handlebars, and he's just
Right. So he's a douchebag.
just riding. I'm like, he's a professional Pokemon trainer and a biker. He's son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He's one of those trainers from the game. You know how you
Oh,
run into
dickhead.
the bikers?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, there you
bikers
go.
in the game? He's one
He's
of
a
those
fucking
guys.
bug catcher, man.
And
Goddamn bug catchers.
on the topic of Pokemon, Grade A Under A released a video recently talking about like the Pokemon universe and how fucked up it is.
Did he?
Like you go out, catch a Pokemon, and basically have it as a slave its entire rest of its life, and have them fight each other.
Yeah.
And you talk about how Ash is only 11 years old and how he's out in the world by himself and catching Pokemon that
White privilege.
in the game. Yeah, and whatnot. So it was pretty funny.
It just makes me think of that like evil Mario Kart skit where Ash appears and he's like, "Now I can catch you and make you do whatever I want."
Yeah, exactly. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Is that from Flash Gets, I think?
I think so. Yeah, it's where
They're-
Mario comes back and kills everybody on the track.
They released
Yeah.
another one, and like all the Pokemon are hiding in the attic. And I'm not gonna go in detail with this,
Oh,
but
I know you showed me that. Yeah, can you grab a link and throw that in the chat because that's fucking hilarious. And we will move on to the next point. Nintendo NX rumored to be a portable console. I will throw a link to this article in the chat. So this is pretty exciting. I have a Wii U and I love it. I don't play it often, but it's always a great console to come back to, especially if you have people over. It's a great party game console. But this portable console is rumored to have detachable controllers. So it's supposed to be a portable unit that has controllers built into it. There's going to be some prototypes that are in that article. So if you guys want to check out these prototype drawings, check out the article in the chat. There is a scheduled release date of March 2017, but even though there is a scheduled release date, there are no official announcements from Nintendo regarding this console. I don't think we've experienced such a secretive development as far as consoles go, because like every other console that's been coming out, we've known about. There's been rumors, there's been, prototypes that looked very similar to what the final product was. The NX has been a rumor for a really long time, and there's been nothing about this console since it's been a rumor. And I don't know how Nintendo is doing such a great job of keeping this console under wraps. But we'll go down the line. Salty, we can start with you. What are your first initial thoughts about this console?
I mean, I haven't bought a console since the 360, and when it comes to Nintendo, God, the last one I bought was when the Wii originally came out.
Okay.
I camped overnight twice, got one for me, and ended up getting one for my brother. Like the Christmas it came out, I got it Christmas Eve. So my brother got one Christmas Day. And then other than that, I mean, I don't see myself spending any significant amount of money on consoles anymore.
Yeah.
Just put way too much money into a PC. Yeah.
Mr. Master Race. Nothing. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Salty.
That's it. I mean, I don't really see myself buying it just to buy it.
Okay. Speed, what about you?
I'm the same boat as Salty. Unless they do something like that I cannot get on PC or that's something brand new, I'll probably not buy another console anytime soon.
Okay. 42?
I would love to say that I wouldn't buy it, but as soon as there's a game on it that I would be like, wanting to play. I know for a fact I'm just going to end up buying it at some point. It depends on a few things, like obviously the cost of it and whatnot. But I remember hearing that, like when they first were rumoring this NX console, that it wasn't supposed to be like the next big thing. Like it's not supposed to be the next Nintendo console that's supposed to bring it up to current gen console. It's just supposed to be another thing that they're coming out with because it's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't. If it's a portable console, that is going to be a little weird. But we'll see. I guess when it comes out, it'll make more sense once we see it. But it could just not even happen. They could just be rumoring this thing for all this time, and then Nintendo could come out and be like, "Yeah, sorry we didn't say anything, but it's not actually."
Yeah. By the way, we've sold our company. We are no longer making video games. Peace.
We can finally make YouTube videos on Nintendo games.
Right.
Just kind of a sidetrack off topic here. Did you know that Nerdist was actually started by Chris Hardwick?
I did.
Like the guy who does the live show for Walking Dead?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
He's an awesome dude.
What, the Talking Dead thing?
Yep.
Or
Yep. And that's how I got to know him. And yeah, the Nerdist is awesome. It's like one of the very few editorial pages that I follow on Facebook. Every time a Nerdist article comes up in my Facebook feed, I stop and read what it's about because they're always interesting. They have a fantastic production team, and they always, take care, or they always debut like really unique topics. So yeah, the Nerdist is awesome.
I'll have to give it a shot.
Okay, BBR, what about you?
Anyway,
the last Nintendo console I've ever owned was a Game Boy Color. It's been a long time. Like, I know my parents or, our little sister, they got a Wii. But I've never been huge into the Nintendo consoles. In fact, like, there have been so many, like, it confuses me trying to figure out which one, what each one is. But I saw the announcement for or they showed off the next Zelda game that's kind of supposed to be like 3D open world. Like that looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be amazing enough for me to go out and spend money on a portable console? I don't know. I'm happy with my PC, but if something comes out that looks like crazy amazing, I'll either steal it from you or maybe I'll buy my own. I don't know. So I'm kind of the wrong person to ask about this kind of stuff, but it seems like each console Nintendo has put out is just like it never reaches the graphic fidelity of each other console at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always so far behind, but at the same time they have a completely different niche of games, that don't require fancy graphics. They're very cartoony and stuff like that.
Yep.
So if they plan on continuing down that route, they won't need crazy powerful hardware. They could just kind of focus on making it super unique. Like I was just looking at this diagram. This thing looks crazy. It's like a Game Boy, but each side detaches and you could turn it into a 2-player console or something.
Yeah.
Maybe hook it up to a computer or a TV through HDMI or something, but the concept
that was
cool.
mentioned in the article as well, was to plug it into a TV and be able to play on a bigger screen.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, it would be cool, but I'm really skeptical, and I really think a lot of the shit is just clickbait, as far as
right now.
Oh, it could be this.
Yeah.
Or
It's
it
a golden
could
unicorn
be
that shits eggs.
Yeah, it's the same thing with new phones, especially right now. So many rumors are coming out for the iPhone 7 or whatever. Well, it could be this or it could be this.
Yeah.
Here, someone made a render of what it could look like.
Yeah, it's such bullshit.
How about we just wait until it actually comes out, please? But whatever. I mean, it would be a cool concept.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Is Robot's microphone crackling for any of you guys? No?
Not that I've noticed.
I think it's just me. Stream, is it crackling for you? I don't know if it's me. This headset is old as fuck. Let me know. To piggyback off of what MrFortyTwo said, if it's just another console where they're going to have separate titles for it and they are still continuing production of the Wii U, I will just keep my Wii U most likely, unless there are unique specific titles to the NX. Like if they make, I still need to get Mario Maker for my Wii U, but if there was like a Super Mario Maker 2 that only came out for the NX, I would be like, oh, I kind of want it. But I'm gonna wait because all of my gaming needs have pretty much been satisfied by the PC or the PS4. There's very limited titles that I've been like, I need to get a Wii U for. So I don't know. I'm just kind of entertaining the idea of another Nintendo console down the future or down the road. I'm not really looking forward to it. It's just kind of like, another one's coming out, so I'm kind of like, whatever. But the fact that it's being aimed towards a portable console, it seems like the wrong move, but maybe it's not.
See, and I would tend to agree on that, or not agree, sorry, disagree, because I was just thinking about it just now, and I was like, that if it turns out to be exactly how they're saying it's supposed to be, I would love it, because I would totally just set that up in my bedroom, and I would just play the shit out of that, sitting in bed, like, first thing in the morning or before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't want another like I got the Xbox One. I don't want another console to set up on my TV and have to fucking sit there and change the input over to it and get all the fucking controllers battery powered charged and everything. Like, yeah. I'm okay with just a basic mobile, something I can just carry around the house and just sit there and fucking jump around playing Mario for a little bit.
Yeah. The worst part about being a PC gamer is every time you have to turn on your console, install a new update because it's been 3 months since the last time you turned it on.
Yep.
All right. Any more points about the Nintendo NX before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. This is our final discussion point of the night. This is regarding the CSGO scandals that are still ongoing. So as you guys know, the last time we had a show, we talked about how Valve issued a cease and desist to 22 different CSGO lottery sites. And pretty much they were all, cease and desist. Like, you need to stop what you're doing immediately because you are in violation. According to, I think this is Polygon. Yep, it's Polygon article. I will throw this in the chat. They have sent a cease and desist to another 20 websites. I didn't even realize that there was this many gambling websites that were raking in the money, but apparently there's a lot. So 20 more websites have been given cease and desist from Valve. And this is just kind of a side point, but Phantom Lord, a very, very popular streamer, towards the end of his career, because his career is now officially over, he would just stream CSGO gambling pretty much all day. That's all he would stream. And his channel was actually shut down for unrelated reasons. I'm sure it was a mix of a bunch of different stuff, but Phantom Lord is officially banned off of Twitch. His website, which he was CSGO Shuffle, I believe,
yep.
And Lotto was T Martin and Psy Syndicate. But there's a Snapchat of him in his car with his dog, joking like he is crossing over the border into Mexico. Pretty much validating the fact that he fucked up big time and is running away from the United States of America to try and evade whatever butt fucking is coming his way.
They really should be.
Yeah.
They really should be.
They should be scared.
Because that should be the easiest fucking lawsuit in the world.
Yep.
To prosecute.
So I was looking up stats, and he was the 7th most popular Twitch channel in 2016. When I was looking up numbers, that wasn't based on follows, I think it was based off of overall just like popularity and watch time, but he was labeled as the 7th most popular streamer, and now he's officially banned, and if he doesn't run away, he is going to get his shit pushed in, because he is just I'm excited to see what happens to all of these fuckfaces that have just been scamming.
I've got my fucking popcorn in the microwave, ready to go.
So as these stories are unfolding, what do you guys think about these topics so far? Have you heard any crazy stories as of late? Salty, we can start with you.
I mean, there's like Psy Syndicate and them are still posting YouTube videos on daily vlogs every fucking day, and they just keep skirting the issue that they're complete douchebags. And I mean, it's like the clickbaity ass one that Syndicate had up the other day, where he's like crying.
Yeah, I just watched that today. Yep.
Yeah. Like,
Why are
shut
you
the fuck
watching?
up.
You're supporting by watching.
You are.
No,
It's
it came up in my recommended feed.
Me too.
And I've never watched this kid before, and I was like, oh man, is he going to jail? So I clicked it.
Right. Is he crying because he's about to get butt raped in prison?
That's exactly why he did that. That's exactly why he chose that title. It worked exactly as intended. Isn't that great? They played you, motherfucker.
Which is 100% true, but that is the only video I've ever watched of that motherfucker. And at the end of the day, like, my opinions stand the same they were last week. I am glad they're getting exposed for what they're doing. I'm glad that the fucking closet is totally wide open now, and these fuckers are gonna get railed the moment that they prove everything that they've been doing is 100% true.
This is the second YouTuber. So for those of you who didn't watch the video because you weren't bait and switched like we were, he basically uploaded a video saying that the child that chose to spend a day with him from the Make-A-Wish Foundation passed away and lost his battle with cancer, which at its core is an extremely fucking sad story. But how convenient for you to just upload this video of you just so torn apart by
like sobbing in the still frame.
Yep. And you know who else did that was FoozyTube. I don't know if he's another very popular vlogger, but he decided to go spend a day with one of his fans that is currently fighting a battle of cancer. It's just fucking despicable what these kids are doing to try and stay on top and stay relevant. It's like you are using the well-being of another person's life to try and flatten out all of the bullshit that you have been pushing for the past couple years.
If it was a normal channel that you'd never watched before, it'd be perfectly fine and heartwarming and everything else. But these guys are fucking assholes, man. Like, they're just douchebags.
Like,
to see them do that,
what,
just like fake it.
Yeah, I feel that like that's what they did in showbiz. Like actors, they did something bad, they have to make it up. They would go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation or something like that. Yep. And now, like, we're just finding out that these top Twitch streamers and YouTubers are all money grubbing assholes, and they're just as greedy as
absolutely.
And they're kids.
It's fucking PR, man.
It's all PR. It's all PR, and they're just as big as shitheads as the big guys. That's just sad. It's just sad. Because you think you know these people the best because they're just normal people like you and me playing video games, right? Right?
All the thing that you get is censored. It's what you want them to see of you.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Me and Naaackers had this discussion the other day.
Yeah, just like, but that's, were we talking about this on my stream or were we just chatting it up in Discord?
I think we were just chatting in
Okay.
Discord.
Where like YouTube, they have unlimited control over what they show what they show everybody, what they show their audience. Where Twitch is a little bit different, where they can slip up and it is out to the entire world, and that is a wonderful thing. And especially, I can't believe I didn't put this as a topic, but Twitch's latest changes that have canceled out viewbotting almost completely, and watching all of these channels' viewership just absolutely tank. I don't have to watch porn. I can watch Twitch taking out viewbotters, and I'm just going to town. Had the time of my life.
Yeah.
I really love the fact, like, this is another social justice thing that I just love. It's just like the CSGO controversy. I love watching these people get exposed for being trifling pieces of shit.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I'm fucking 29th most highest watched Twitch channel. It's like, no, you're not. You're a fucking guy who paid for 15,000 bots to watch your shit every day.
Yeah.
Anytime. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, someone posted out like You know that site twinge.tv? So like it keeps your viewership history, your game history. People can leave reviews for your channel there. Like, and someone was just like, oh, Twitch, completely canceled out botting. Is this a coincidence that these 5 or 6 cam girls viewerships have just gone like literally straight line down in the graph? And it just, I assumed, oh yeah, there's just like 600 kids just beating their meat to this, stream, when actually in reality, 500 of those are actually bots, and and then there's like 80 to 100 children beating their meat.
Right.
Oh, League of Legends.
Yeah. And then the casters being like,
fucking big.
I'm not feeling too well. I'm going to take the weekend off of streaming to feel better. Bitch, you don't have an audience. That's why you're taking a break.
Right. Who gives a shit? They're all fake.
Anytime I go to youtube.com and I see in all caps exposed, I'm like, yeah, who was it this time? Oh, baby.
Yep.
Who's eating this shit? All right. Well, SpeedFortyTwo, anything to touch on before we move on?
Not
Just
really,
happy
no.
this is happening.
Yeah, it's. I'm so glad that Twitch has finally found a way to combat these view botters, because it's time for all of these casters who are working their asses off to try and get a speckle of the limelight to try and get ahead. So, Twitch is making moves, and I'm glad to hear it.
Yep. Absolutely.
One thing we're going to start doing on the show as far as the gaming and news discussions, one thing that we did for GSN Weekly back when it was a show, is we always had honorable mentions as far as gaming news and discussions. So they're not going to be topics that we are going to discuss, but they're topics that were important enough that I want to read the headline off, so that if the topic pertains to you guys in chat, you can go and check out the articles and do a little research for yourself. So the first honorable mention is that NVIDIA agrees to settle lawsuit regarding GTX. Regarding GTX 970 and false advertisement claims. So if you guys purchased a GTX 970, there is a chance that you can get $30 back because of false advertisements. So if somebody in chat wants to post the links to these 2 honorable mentions for me in the script, that would be awesome. Second honorable mention, Pokemon Go Plus update delayed until September. So I think that was something that was supposed to be coming out within the next couple of weeks, but that is officially pushed off until September. And the last honorable mention is No Man's Sky release date delayed again for 3 days. I don't know why it was only 3 days, but it was 3 days. There was an article about it. I read it, and then I lost it. I believe it was on Polygon, but I don't have a link for that one. But No Man's Sky was officially pushed for 3 days.
I'm still waiting for the lawsuit, man.
Yep.
It's coming.
No, baby.
That
All right.
fucking guy who owns that.
The patent?
Yep.
Did they not talk with him yet?
Nothing official, according to any articles I've read.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be the stupidest thing they ever do if they end up doing that.
If they launch the game without talking to him and giving that guy a percentage, then that guy's gonna fucking cease and desist their ass, and they're gonna be out of business.
And everybody that bought the game's gonna have to get a refund.
Yep. Oh, God. It might be dirty.
And then the game is gonna go. There won't be a No Man's Sky, and so many people are gonna be pissed.
Get it? No. Man's Sky?
No.
I'll just cross out the Man's Sky.
You have your mic on.
Your
man.
voice modulator was on.
Oh,
You're fucking crazy, man.
you're fucking crazy.
Whoops! I totally hit the bypass button.
That was funny.
So
I
there's
like
2
you.
lawsuits. One with Sky News Network in Europe, and then one where the guy was like, "You stole my algorithm for generating planets" or something like that.
Yep.
I don't think there's an official lawsuit from the guy yet,
Okay.
but
He's waiting.
he found out that, I don't know how he found out that that was his algorithm, and I guess that when they originally wrote the game programming, the random gen thing, the algorithm they were using was his, but it wasn't fully patented, and now it is his patented algorithm. I don't know how the fuck you can patent an algorithm.
Yeah.
But it is his now, and he's like, well, it would be really interesting to sit down at the table and talk to these people.
Oh, wink, wink.
Right, like, I will fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Before we move on to the chat participation party, I just wanted to thank both SaltySam and Ideal Shooting for submitting news articles for us to discuss during the show. So thank you guys. And remember, anybody in chat, if you guys want to submit articles for us to talk about, you can do that in the Naaackers Discord. So, to end the show, we are going to start with the question and answer. You guys, during the show, can submit questions with the exclamation point question command. So, we've got a few. I will read through them. MrFortyTwo, I forgot the question that we were going to ask chat.
If you could create your own video game, what genre would it be?
Okay. So, if you guys could create your own video game, what genre would it be? Use the exclamation point answer in chat, followed by your answer to answer that question. So we will start here with the questions asked by you guys. This first one comes from Middle Age Stream. Why the fuck are you buying No Man's Sky? Why the fuck are you not buying No Man's Sky? So it's either why the fuck are you or are you not buying? Salty, we'll start with you.
Question.
I'll be waiting. I haven't bought it yet. I'll be waiting to see how it does, personally. I think the performance is going to be shit, but that's just me.
Okay. 40 Tizzle? Or Speed, I'm sorry.
I'm probably not going to buy it because I would want to play with my friend.
Fair enough.
Playing with this massive thing by myself just doesn't make sense.
Okay. 42?
Fair enough.
I like the look of the game. I think it looks really pretty, so I'm definitely going to be buying it. I've been really excited to play it, even though that you can't play with your friends anymore. It'll be fun just to... My plan with that game is I'm just going to turn off my second monitor, turn off all the lights, close the fucking blinds, and just go fucking exploring in space.
Get fucking lost.
Yep.
Maybe do some acid and just
Go
crazy.
Mushrooms.
See you later, Earth.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at all the colors.
Freaking out, man.
You're fucking crazy. BBR, what about you?
I said it before. Oh, damn it. I totally thought I hit the button. I think it's faulty.
Is there no LED on the button that you press?
There is, but like you cover it with your finger, and
okay.
I just did. I got.
I've said it before. I've said it again.
Oh my god!
I wish we could let you go, but it's so hard not to laugh at it.
Yeah, that'd been hilarious. You guys let me go through my whole spiel with it on.
Sorry, go ahead, BBR.
No, it's all good. I said it before, and I'll say it again. It just seems like a game that I'd want to play with friends. If I'm going to be spending hours and hours, like exploring and discovering all these worlds that are all unique, like I'd want to do that with friends. If not multiplayer, then co-op or something. That would have been awesome. So am I going to buy it at release? Probably not. If I'm going to be able to play it alone, I could buy it in a year and a half or a year for half off when it's on sale, and I'll have the same experience. If, no multiplayer, no co-op, nothing's going to change. So I'm very, very interested in it. I might buy it, play it a little bit, and if I don't think it's something I want to play right now, I'll return it. Or I just might not do it at all. But I think a lot of people are on the hype train. I'm sure the day is going to come and everybody and their grandma's going to be streaming on Twitch on release date. But everybody's just, I think it's, some people will stick with it, the hardcore people, but that's about it.
Speed, your dog wants some crack really bad.
What's
Give me
that?
crack. Give me crack. She's awesome. Yeah, so I'm still on the fence.
I'm still on the fence too, because I think about, when I'm thinking about gameplay, it's like, what if Grav didn't have the ability to play with any other people? Like
we would have played it for 10 minutes.
and then been gone. So it's gonna.
It's literally. I feel like it's gonna be another game like Grav, where it's gonna be super hard to make any headway without other people.
Look-wise, the art style is absolutely beautiful.
Reminds me
with
of
every world
Firewatch.
being different. Yeah. And kind of Grav. It kind of looks like Grav and Firewatch, like put together, like crazy foliage and all the different color palettes and stuff. Like that seems cool, but I wanna fly around with friends, like enter the atmosphere and look over and see Speed going,
Yeah.
you know, thumbs up.
You can't see me in my ship's camoed.
Where'd Speed go? Where'd he go? I did read somewhere on a Reddit post, someone sent it to me on Wednesday when we were also talking about No Man's Sky while I was streaming. And it was kind of like a Reddit post. And it was like, you know, for those people who wanted multiplayer or something, don't give up hope. If the game does good enough, like the next thing they want to do is like maybe not multiplayer, but at least co-op. If I could play with up to 4 friends,
Yeah.
that'd
I
be
mean,
cool.
Even
all they
just
would
having
have
one other person to share that experience with would be amazing.
all they would have to do is, because there are people saying it is multiplayer, you just will never run across somebody.
Yeah.
Make it where there's a friend system. I can add robot to my friends list, and there's a button that says hyperdrive to robot. I click it, and it sends you a yes or no. Click yes, it shoots straight to you, and we get to play with each other. That would solve the whole thing.
Or make it so the only way you could play with a friend is if you did split screen with them at your house. Like, it's the only way you could co-op.
But
it.
I would.
Dude, I would
Then you
fly
do
to
it.
your house every weekend. Don't you worry.
Then you do a bunch of mushrooms.
Lock the
All the
doors.
friends.
Let's
you
do
need.
this, bro.
And you know, like I get that like lock yourself in mentality, because that's what I did for Firewatch. I fucking shut my door, closed the blinds, turned on my RGB bulbs to all orange. I'm like, I'm beating this game in one fucking sitting. And so I get that aspect. And Vansman brought up a good point. I feel like they are using the single player aspect to add to the experience. I wonder if they're going after the fact that when you finally do find somebody, it's gonna be like Mark or not Mark Wahlberg, fucking Bourne.
Jason Bourne?
Jason Bourne. Who's the actor?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon, when Matthew McConaughey opens up his cryo tube and Matt Damon hasn't seen another soul in like 4 years. It's gonna be that way in No Man's Sky. Oh my god! I've been alone for so long.
You walk over there and they just shoot you in the head.
Yeah, done. Right. Matt Damon steals your comms and just kicks you off of a fucking cliff.
Friendly.
Anybody in Cherno?
Oh god. But yeah. So that's. I think we all have the same general consensus about No Man's Sky. Robot, did you touch on it? Who did we leave off on?
Everybody touched them all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm whatever. Next question comes from G for Greg. By the way, that last question was from Middle Age Stream. G for Greg, if you had 1 hour to spend $1 million, what would you spend it on? SaltySam.
Real estate.
Ooh, because that is ever living money. Okay. Speed.
Totally not Nintendo stock.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't even spend it. It'd probably stay in the bank. And just save it.
But what if it disappeared after the hour? Like, what if you couldn't spend it after that hour?
Hookers and beer.
No, you're not.
Probably some stocks.
They'd have to get there pretty quick.
Hookers and sweet tea.
Yeah. Oh, I totally took a picture of Twisted Tea at the liquor store the other day. I forgot to send it to you, but I found it. But I wasn't intrigued enough to try it.
Trackpad
like
makes a
tea
good
at all,
point to
so-
spend it on gold. $1 million on gold in like 10 years, it'd be like 10 times the same amount.
There you go.
So
What about you,
it'd
42?
probably be that or just stock of some kind.
Well, when
Okay.
you say spend it in an hour, I'm imagining like it starts now. So I'm like sitting at my computer and I'm like, oh fuck, I got like an hour. So I probably do a whole lot of shit ton of online purchases, but I don't know. I think Salty's idea of buying real estate's a good idea, but if you could, you have to do that really quick if it's in an hour.
Yeah. You wouldn't have a lot of time for like research.
I'd buy
and
a lot
stuff.
of displays.
There you go.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. I like that. And I'm sorry, BadBadRobot, you're next. I would probably be at the computer too, so I'd build like the biggest maxed out PC and Mac. I'd order every Apple product, and probably just go online shopping spree. I'd buy everything to just build my dream man cave or something, and then probably
Yeah, I had $1
sugar-free-
million. What'd you spend it
sugar-free
on?
gummy bears.
That computer.
Yeah.
Sugar-free gummy bears.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
sugar-free gummy bears.
You just bought $1 million worth of diarrhea.
or I could buy Poke coins, like $1 million worth of Poke
Oh my
coins.
God.
Oh, there you go.
I'd be set for life.
First thing I would do was send a bag of dicks to every single person I know. Jordan brought up a good point. He would donate to GSN and make a giant party. Like we
Buy a
could.
warehouse.
I would buy a mansion and fly everybody to one space so that we could all just live together. I would definitely build out like a gaming / podcasting / music recording room, just like an entire room. You guys ever watch the Twitch show The Attack with Kevin Peralta? No? Okay. Well, he used to be a host of Attack of the Show, a very popular nerd show on G4. He has a show on Twitch called The Attack, but he's got one room that's dedicated to doing the show. Another room is a bar. Another room is where they have musical performances, where they have musicians come and perform. It's like he has a giant warehouse that's just a nerd haven. I would probably buy all of the materials to build something like that.
That would be pretty awesome.
Next question comes from Jarrett Adams. What is your all-time favorite thing to do? Salty.
Sit on these shows. I mean, I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of shit other than this.
I will take that answer. Speed.
I love gaming, but I mean, I wakeboard during the summer sometimes. I haven't done a lot this year, so it'd be a tie against wakeboarding and gaming.
Okay. 42.
Anything competitive, anything where I can just compete and just.
Sucking dick.
I mean, that's.
Competitive dick sucking.
Yeah, anything. Who can jerk off the other person the fastest?
I think that was a thing in Japan. I swear. I think I saw an article on it.
Or was it the competitive tickling?
No, it was like who could
If
jerk
there's
off a man the
competitive
fastest.
anything, it's
Okay.
fucking in Japan.
Yeah.
Of
Psychos.
course, it's in Japan. Yeah.
All right. Robot.
I really enjoy gaming. It really is my biggest hobby. Other than that, playing with my dogs.
I was just thinking about your dogs the other day. I'm like, I want to see them. I want to cuddle.
Yeah, they've been
I
good.
thought that was going a different direction, but playing with my dad.
Yo, I'm in this contest. I gotta see who I can jerk off the fastest. For me, I'm not gonna say gaming is like my number one thing, but definitely like streaming as a whole, because I can stream games, I can stream talk shows, I can stream building computers, I can stream programming LEDs. So like streaming as a whole is probably one of my favorite things to do now, because I can do so many different things, and you know, Twitch is widening their platform right now, which is awesome. So it's definitely anything that involves sitting in front of this computer, I'd love to do. Next question. This is cursed. I don't know. Skip. Next one. Hey, it's Wolfie. So this guy crashes his Mercedes into a tree. All right. Next question. Sammy for the win. Nope. Skipping that one too. Next one from Sammy for the win. Who's stronger, Naaackers or BBR?
Duke it out one day.
If by stronger you mean who can eat a hamburger faster? Robot.
His mouth will
That's
expand.
The last time we showed any sort of like the last time we measured strength was the last time we got in a physical fight, which is when I was like 16, and he put my ass to the ground. So that's really the only thing we have to go off of.
So yeah, me.
I'd probably have to say him. You're getting that that dad strength soon. Even though you're nowhere near having a kid, but you're getting like the dad bod.
Yeah, dead
He's
bod.
already got some dad jokes.
Yeah.
So.
That's right. Hey.
All right.
Asshole.
Moving on, since those last 3 questions were just awful. Last one from Mr. Vansman. If you had a choice of any sequel releasing next week, what game would you choose? Salty, you are up first.
Arc 2.
Ark Survival Evolved.
Survival devolved.
Survival evolved again.
I wouldn't mind seeing another Left 4 Dead, to be totally honest.
Ooh, that would be good.
I've spent hundreds upon hundreds of hours playing that game, even solo.
When we were just talking about Ark, it just made me think of Tropic Thunder, where there's like the movie trailers at the beginning. Scorcher 7, Scorcher 8, the deep freeze. Okay. Speed.
A new Elder Scrolls. That would probably be what I want. Not an Elder Scrolls Online again. That's shit.
Fuck that.
A new single player Elder Scrolls. With what they've done with the Fallout, I think they'd be able to do a lot more with Elder Scrolls.
Okay. 42.
Even though I don't even think I've actually fully played both of them, but I think I would really like to see another Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, yes.
And make it like good graphics, super good story. Like the trailers that they made for the Old Republic, like the MMO one, if they could make stuff like with that kind of graphics and like the crazy storylines that they put in some of those trailers,
Yep.
oh, that would be a really good game.
All right, BBR.
Kind of a Half-Life 3, please.
Please.
But if that's kind of a pipe dream. I really like the Left 4 Dead because I would maybe really like to see a Portal 3 because Portal 2 was so good. I don't know how they would do it. But if my number one pick would probably be another BioShock because those games are just so good. They're so good, and I don't know how they could top the last one, but I know they'd figure it out. I know they would be able to do it. I know.
The only way they would is if they made the gameplay a little bit more interesting. Because I don't think they could top the story, honestly.
Yeah.
Story-wise, Infinite was just...
The other day, I put on... It was right before a stream, and I put on Will the Circle Be Unbroken cover. I just sat in my chair like this. I was just in one of those moods where I'm like, I just kind of want to cry right now.
So depressed.
Totally gonna look up inspiring stories on YouTube.
Dogs,
coming home.
yeah, dogs welcome home troops. My answer was also going to be another BioShock. That game is just like, I'm sort of tearing up right now about it just because of how goddamn good that game was.
It's fucking amazing.
It's so good. And I knew, like, as I was playing through it, Speed was like, I'm going to play that game. Came back 2 days later, and he was like, I beat it. Oh my God. That's when I knew that I was going to love the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
If I had to pick another game, I want a Super Mario World 2. Same exact gameplay, just more levels, just more shit.
Bigger world.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't everybody hate Super Mario? Or was that 3 everybody hated?
I didn't like 2.
Yeah, 2 was the one that was made by different developers. 3 was
I remember that one.
probably the most liked Super Mario game of all time, if I have to pick one. Super Mario World is the one that we got with our SNES robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I was a little kid. Of course I liked it.
Yeah. If they made another one of that, I would lose that. I was hoping, when Super Mario Maker first came out, I was like, somebody just make Super Mario World 2. Somebody just make a whole nother game using all of the sprites, and I will play the fuck out of it. But it never came. But it's just one of those games that's probably just left in the past. It's just better left in the past, unfortunately. As sad as that is to say. Okay, that is it for the question and answer chat. thank you for anybody that submitted questions for us. We are going to read over the answers that were submitted. So if you guys were going to develop your own game, what genre would you pick? Mr. Vans Man said sports. Jordan said probably some fantasy type game with a very detailed story. And the Arbor said a Star Wars RPG. Arbor, get on that, because I will fucking kickstart your ass right now. I will sell my car. I will sell all my computers and just start paying you. What was it Star Wars 1333 that got canceled? 1333.
Apparently, it might be coming back. I think a studio may have picked it up and might be continuing it. That's what I heard.
You know what? I'm going to add...
How would you not do that? There's a lot of money in that.
I'm going to add one more game to my sequel list. Jedi Outcast 3, please.
Ooh.
Please, God.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'm going to throw a twist on that question, just to add a little bit more severity. If you had to donate one of your testicles in order to see a sequel of a favorite game, what game would it be? Does that narrow it down for you at all? Like, if you
narrows it down to 0.
Really?
Narrows it down to Half-Life 3.
I mean,
I don't think I would.
Yeah,
If I had to pick, if I had to, if someone had me in a chair and said, "I'm cut off one of your balls, pick a game right now," it'd still be Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
What if you chop your testicle off and then the game sucks?
Then I get...
We'll call you One-Eyed Betty. One-Eyed Pete.
Mr. Hitler.
All right. Well, that is it for the chat participation party, guys. Thank you so much for everybody that not only answered, but submitted questions for us to ask. That is going to be it for episode 5 of Crocs and Hot Pockets. Thank you, everybody that came by and showed support. All the retweets, all the hosts. I saw a couple new follows as the show went on. So welcome if you guys are new here. Before we wrap up, we're going to go around the room one more time, get everybody's social media information, and see if they have any events coming up. So, SaltySam, we'll start with you. Who are you? Where can we find you online? And do you have any events that are coming up in the near future?
My name's SaltySam. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at @TheSaltySam, and also on Snapchat at SaltyAllDay. And I was thinking about maybe streaming Friday, but I don't know. I got to work night shift Friday night and Saturday night, so prob's not going to happen.
All right.
Why'd you say it if it's not going to happen? So maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Gauging interest.
There you go. There you go. A little bit of motivation to get it done.
There you go.
All right, SpeedDemon, what about you?
Hi, I'm SpeedDemon. You can find me on the GSN Discord and forums, and on Twitter at SpeedDemon2533.
Awesome. 42?
MrFortyTwo on Instagram and Snapchat, and MrFortyTwo TV on Twitter.
Good shit. Mr. BBR.
Find me on Twitch and Twitter at BadBadRobot.
Awesome. What you streaming this week?
Red Dead Redemption and maybe some Lawbreakers if it's still going on.
It's isn't it done after this weekend though? I thought
Sunday.
Maybe.
I thought it was today.
it's today.
Yeah, so probably Red Dead Redemption. Might stick another game in there to another story single player game. I was thinking maybe Dishonored.
Ooh, there you go. Okay.
Yes.
Cutting some fool.
Awesome. All right. Well, as you may or may not know, my name is Naaackers. You guys can find me streaming on this channel 3 times a week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be continuing my playthrough of Fallout 4 this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, and finally getting back to my playthrough of Uncharted 2 on the PS4. I'm very excited to get back to that game because I have not played it in, I don't know, it's been like 3 weeks just because of how weekend events have been unfolding. Other than that, there is a local rapper who I will be building a computer for pretty soon. And so I'll be doing a build stream because he wants a dope computer for music production. And we've been friends for a little bit, and we're probably going to build his computer pretty soon. So I will have a build stream coming up. Those are always fun. But that is going to do it for episode 5 of Crocs and Hot Pockets. Again, thank you to everybody that stopped by tonight. It is always a blast to have you here. And as usual, we will be back in 2 weeks on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with episode 6 of Crocs and Hot pockets. Everybody have a great night. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.